Okay, it's time for our masterclass, Cindy.
Yes, it's time.
And we're talking about what you had alluded to earlier. You remember?
Breastfeeding.
Yes.
Breastfeeding week is coming. And there was a recent study, probably our guest is going to tell us about it.
All right.
Where they said a lot more women are feeding their children using bottles. Is it a good thing? No, it's not a good thing.
Yes.
And she's going to talk about that too.
Absolutely.
What is happening? Our Kenyan women, hatutaki kunyonyesha watoto. We are titling our conversation today, Breast is Best. Breastfeeding is best.
Yes.
Or breast milk
Is
best. Yeah. So in studio today is Nancy Mwangi. She's a county nutrition coordinator for Murang'a County. She has been actively involved in promoting nutrition and preventive health initiatives for over 15 years. Nancy has, through partnership with partners like Nutrition International and stakeholders, developed the first county nutrition action plan and first county multi-sectoral food and nutrition security policy. And through her leadership, she has successfully mobilized domestic resources for nutrition. She's a strong advocate for breastfeeding. She has also been involved in various programs aimed at improving child nutrition. She was key in the initiation and formation of the county nutrition multi-sectoral forum. Like she sits at a policy level.
All right.
And it's a good thing that we have her in studio today because we need to have this conversation and just know what this breastfeeding week, what message we are passing to mothers, to expectant mothers, to women who hope to get children in the near future. What is the importance of breast milk? That's what we're talking about today.
Absolutely.
It's a very good conversation. A friend of mine saw this on my post. Like, what conversation is this that you're having? I'm like, you should listen in. Everybody should listen in because this is very, very important. Nancy Mwangi, welcome to studio today.
Thank you, Becky.
Yeah, welcome to the Pink Perspective.
I'm so glad to be in the studio.
Yes.
The SpiceFM.
Yes.
Karibu sana.
Yes, I feel spiced already.
It's spicy already, yeah? That's nice. So we start with one question. What's your pink today? What's that one bright thing that
All
has
right.
happened to you today?
I would say my pink has been becoming a mother at a young age. And a mother not of 1, 2, but of 3 babies. When I was a young girl, so I became a mother of triplets. And so I started calling myself super mom. And by God's grace, they all survived.
Wow.
Of course, they breastfed.
Yeah.
And they are now adults. Yes.
Wow.
And my daughter is already now a young mother too.
You're
yes.
sure.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is my pink moment. Yes. And I celebrate.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. And you breastfed the 3 of them.
Yes, I did.
Okay, you'll tell us about that. Because as in, when you have multiples, women will say, we don't have enough milk,
Sure.
to do the 6 months rather.
Yeah.
With 3 children.
3 children.
3 children.
How do we go about that?
Yes.
So let's start by saying this, asking this. World Breastfeeding Week is celebrated every year. We are seeing it like it's coming this coming week.
Yes.
Are we seeing real progress in Kenya? Let me start by asking that before we get into the conversation fully. Are we seeing any progress?
All right. Yes, the World Breastfeeding Week will be celebrated on the between 1st and 7th of August in Kenya. And the national launch will be at Murang'a County
Okay.
at a facility called Kegumo Sub-County Hospital. And I would say that, yes, we are making progress. However little the progress may look like, we have made progress in many aspects.
Okay.
Although the breastfeeding rates have not changed much, we were at 61 in 2014 Kenya Demographic Health Survey, and in 2022 Kenya Demographic Health Survey we are at 60. So we dropped by 1%, and that has made us now start focusing on ensuring that we bridge the gaps, address the barriers. Why are our women not breastfeeding?
Yeah.
But it has shown that ever breastfed children, yes, women are breastfeeding children, almost 80% of
All
our
right.
children have ever breastfed.
Okay.
But now the consistency of the recommendations, the recommended interventions like exclusive breastfeeding, early initiation, continued breastfeeding up to 2 years, that is the problem. Yes.
What is happening? Why are women not breastfeeding their children?
I would say that one is that we have changed the landscape or the scope of a woman has changed. A while ago, women never used to work, but now women have to feed for their family. There's a lot of technological innovations. So we have a lot of media, social media engagement with young mothers.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of influx of information from all corners. So this is a working woman. And most women, especially in the rural setup, are casual laborers. And so they may not have that time enough to breastfeed their children long enough compared to working women, because a working woman may have that maternity leave for 6 months.
Yes.
A woman who is working in a rural setup or in an informal setup will only be given probably 2-3 months and then they are back to work. Some don't even get any at all. And so there's interference and the fear of loss of work.
Yeah.
And so they will just go back to work and leave their baby with something else to be fed on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Why should women breastfeed?
Why or when?
Why?
All right. One thing that we must understand is that humans are mammals, and all mammals breastfeed their young ones.
Yeah.
And that is the natural way of doing things. Unfortunately, we see that only humans interfere with that process. Other mammals continue breastfeeding regardless of the circumstances,
Yes.
whether there is crisis or not. But most humans will interfere with that process. So why breastfeeding? One is because of the health benefits of breast milk. The first thing is that once a baby is born, the first antibody to provide immunity for that baby is the colostrum, the first milk. It is packed with antibodies. And so for growth and development, the baby needs that milk, the breast milk. We see that if a mother delivers in a facility, that baby should be put on the breast within the first 1 hour of birth.
Okay.
First 1 hour of birth.
Yes, no delay. Why? Because within the first 1 hour of birth, the baby is born with natural reflexes. The latching reflex, the suckling reflex. And so if that process is delayed, then the reflexes, and maybe the baby is given something else, those reflexes will already disappear. Yes. And the letdown now delays. And the mother will start saying, I don't have enough milk. I can't get enough milk for the baby because there was the delay in the letdown. Yes. The other thing is that it is complete nutrition. Breast milk is complete nutrition for the baby. It is packed with all what the baby requires. It is cost effective. We only need a mother who is mentally stable, well nourished, and the mother will just breastfeed without any problems. Yes, in a comfortable environment. Unlike other feeds where you may have to bear a cost. The other thing is that it will protect against infections for both the mother and baby. So the mother is also protected from other like the risk of cancer, the cancer of the breast, the cancer of the ovarian cancer, and even diabetes and hypertension. So women who actually breastfeed have lower risks of those non-communicable diseases.
Okay.
So it is important for women to know it's not only about the baby, it's also about me.
Yeah. It's also about the mother.
Yes, yes.
You know, sometime at the beginning of was it at the beginning, Becky, you were celebrating your
my 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding.
Wow.
Yeah, she did very well. We really celebrated.
Congratulations.
Friends like
Yes.
her actually walked with me and helped me celebrate.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think you've spoken about the first hour, the importance of the first hour and the nutrition value of the milk in that first hour for the child. Maybe you could encourage our younger listeners about breastfeeding exclusively for those 6 months and the importance of that, because some do, as you say, 3 months and then you drop, and then now there's other forms of feeds.
Yes.
Could you please speak to the 6 months?
All right. One is that when a baby is breastfed exclusively, if a mother is breastfeeding, they recover faster. That's the first thing they should understand, because there's contraction of the uterus back to normal during the breastfeeding period. So the mother is also benefiting by faster recovery and reduced risk of complications like PPH, postpartum hemorrhage, bleeding. Yes. The other thing is that when a baby is breastfeeding, they are more calm. There's calmness in the house. There's bonding between mother and baby. And especially when the mother is feeding consciously or with mindfulness. And I mean, for the young mothers who are breastfeeding, you keep off your phone when you're breastfeeding, so you don't go to TikTok or Facebook and you are holding your phone and the baby is breastfeeding.
Yeah.
That is the moment for communication with your baby. And babies understand that emotional connection between mother and baby.
Yeah.
So I know most of the time when we talk to young mothers and we are talking about it is the food for the baby, we don't look about other extra benefits. They think, of course, the baby can be fed on other types of feeds. And we have seen that babies that are not fed on breast milk have high risks of diarrhea. Diarrhea cases, upper respiratory tract infections, including pneumonia, allergies like asthma, skin allergies like eczema. And so, for the young mothers, I would tell you, why should you exclusively breastfeed? To avoid hospital visits, to prevent infections in early childhood, to ensure that your family will not rush to hospital because the baby developed fever, and also to ensure that your baby brain is growing as expected, because breast milk has enough iron for brain growth. If you give other feeds, you're not sure whether your baby's iron needs are being met. Yes, and iron is important for brain development. And what happens is that if breastfeeding does not happen early in life, we have other developmental issues later in life, like retardation. Stunting is too short for age, and stunting is chronic malnutrition attributed to lack of breastfeeding, and it is not reversible. And stunting is both mental and physical retardation, not just the stature, but also mental retardation. Yes.
Actually, once read somewhere that height, like somebody's height in the adulthood, might actually be influenced by their feeding, by their nutrition when they were young.
Very,
so not all short people genetical,
and it's chronic, meaning it is not reversible, especially if that is not addressed within the first 2 years of life. Yes. In a child's developmental stages, the most important are from 0 to 1,000 days. That is from conception to 2 years before they celebrate their second birthday. So whatever you need to do it right within that period. Yes.
Becky, I was going to ask you, because obviously you just breastfed exclusively, and Professor is now 1 month. Prof is one year. And you have other children who did you breastfeed them exclusively?
Yes. So I've seen the difference.
Have you seen differences?
Yes.
Really?
There's one, I think, at 3 months that I had to seek like an alternative feed, a substitute feed, and her immunity is not very good. So whatever Dr. Nancy is saying today is very true, because her immunity is not that good.
Okay.
I'm just hoping that
Sometimes
her
they develop
height will not be affected.
It may not be affected if you make intentional efforts before they celebrate their second birthday.
Yes.
And probably bridge the gaps for any nutritional deficiencies like micronutrients. Yeah.
You substitute that. And let me ask, you've given reasons why women nowadays might not be in a position to breastfeed fully, like probably how we were breastfed by our parents. Our mothers were there, and fathers would go out to work. But nowadays we are all going out to to look for money. What are some other reasons why women that probably are related to medical reasons, or what are some of the reasons why a mother might not be in a position to breastfeed their child?
I would say that one is lack of that confidence, the mother's confidence. They are not confident enough that they can actually do that process.
Okay.
And so the barrier there is that they lack the information. The other barrier would be stigma. There are places where you cannot breastfeed in public.
Oh, wow.
Because of dignity. You don't show your nakedness in public. So that can also be a barrier. The other barrier is fear of job loss.
Correct.
Peer pressure. Like peer pressure from any other place, from celebrities, social setup. They want to feel good that they can walk around with a baby, with a bottle, because they saw someone who is a celeb doing the same.
Yeah.
Yes. Other barriers could be because of lack of those spaces, lactation stations, even at workplace, those who are working. Because it is legally a requirement through the Health Act 2017 that every employer, whether private or public, should have a space, a lactation room, where women who are actually young and their mothers can actually express their milk, keep it for the baby, or the baby can be brought to the workplace. The other thing is that influence from marketing of substitutes, breast milk substitutes. And if they can afford, and there's a lot of marketing, it's easily accessible, it's affordable, they'll opt for that. Because breastfeeding requires patience.
Yes, and a lot of discipline.
Discipline, your patience, and your commitment to be there with the baby. Because it's a slow process, because the baby has to be fed until they are full. So you cannot multitask. You have to be stable. You have to stay there until the baby says, now I'm full. So you leave the baby. And before you know it, within a few hours, they are awake again. So it requires your mind, your body, and your commitment.
And intentionality.
So if you do not put that into perspective, you look for an easier way out. Because someone else can do it for you. This one I have to be there myself. Breastfeeding, you have to be there. Even if it is fed from a cup, you have to express. You have the time to express. And it takes a while. So I would say some of the barriers is lack of information, lack of support, either from family or society or community, peer pressure, and probably cultural needs, and also lack of support from the employers by providing the space.
Okay.
This sits very close to my heart. And especially because I have a 1-year-old, like that's the third born, and I had to be very intentional. And this is a decision I made before the baby was born. I said, what? I have made a decision, and may God help me. I want to breastfeed this child for 6 months because I was not able to fully breastfeed the other. And like you're saying, people are busy, you're impatient. Remember me
Yeah.
saying sometimes it's a lot of laziness.
Yeah.
It's not always I don't have enough milk. And this is a very unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have enough milk.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just not patient enough.
Sure.
Because our bodies will produce the milk based on the demand.
Exactly.
Based on the demand that comes with it. And I had to be very patient. Like with this one, for me to achieve the 6 months and to just know, like, you know what, every time and even coming back to work after 3 months, I had to carry my my pumps and walk around with them. And the good thing is the community here was very is very supportive. And even my boss sometimes would just find me and say, anatoa maziwa. Sometimes the gadgets are making some funny noises and you're pumping milk.
You're pumping
And
milk.
she'd be okay with it. And as I go along, about my business, and sometimes if we are not that intentional, then I don't think you'll be able to breastfeed, because it's a lot of patience, like you're saying, for 6 months. You can go to the
And
next
also
question. I had to share
the
support
from
system.
family and work.
Yes.
Like you say you made it because there was support.
Yes, there was support.
Both at work, there was no stigma about what you were doing, the pumping and everything. They could allow you that space.
Exactly.
And not many employers can actually give their... Think about the many in the formal sector. The many women in the formal sector.
Yeah.
They're working in farms,
Yeah.
tea farms, coffee farms, flower farms. Some are house girls.
Yeah.
Yes. So they will not be allowed to do that. In fact, when they go back to work, they are told, you can't come with a baby. Yes. And that is very painful, because now we are actually affecting the future of these children.
Yes.
Yes.
In fact, let me give a shout out to our employer, because we have an actual breastfeeding room.
Yeah, we have.
There's a mother's room.
There's a mother's room. Yeah, with a cozy seat, and
Wow.
like there's a fridge, there's a sink there.
Yes.
Yeah, which is
Big
very
shout
good.
out.
That's what we are advocating for most of all employers. As long as you're employing a young woman, and this is a natural way of life, why would you deny that woman to breastfeed their young ones?
Yeah.
We are messing up with a generation.
Correct. Correct. All right. Now, focusing on the upcoming breastfeeding week, maybe you can answer on whether we as a country are doing, the most. Are we doing enough to support breastfeeding mothers beyond awareness campaign? And maybe you can talk into the theme of this year and what government is planning maybe to do in regards to this week.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I would say that why do we celebrate breastfeeding week globally and also in this country?
Yeah.
Is to accelerate the awareness. Yes, we have been creating awareness, but we want to magnify. To magnify the wins that we have, the small wins, because actually the theme for this year is breastfeeding, the best state of life, sustaining what works. So we want to sustain what is working. Why Muranga was selected is also because there are things that are working. One of the things that are working is baby-friendly hospital initiative and baby-friendly community initiative.
Okay.
And workplace support for breastfeeding women. So once a mother delivers in a hospital, does the health care worker know that they are not supposed to separate mother and baby? Whether it's private, faith-based hospital or GOK. So we have been able to make our hospitals baby-friendly, to allow rooming in, no separation. Actually, it is bedding in. In most hospitals, the mother and the baby sleep together. In some hospitals, you see the baby is separated immediately after birth. But once you give birth, you're supposed to receive your baby skin-to-skin contact. You are not dressed, the baby is not dressed for that latch and for that boarding and for that let down, for the first milk to come. So that is baby-friendly hospital initiative. Baby-friendly hospital initiative is actually a process where we implement the 10 steps to successful breastfeeding. There are many. The 10 steps actually is allowed the policy, allowed the capacity building of health workers, allowed counseling, allowed making sure that the mothers and their families are given that information, including how they are discharged. So, how do you discharge a mother from a hospital? by linking them to a mother-to-mother support group.
Okay.
So in Murang'a, we have more than 700 support groups all over the county.
How can this be
Under the
cascaded
community
now?
strategy.
Yeah, nationally.
Of course, it is a national initiative, and it is happening. It's only how fast does it happen? How receptive is the community to form those groups? How intentional is the government to ensure that those mothers are actually meeting? Because they meet at the community health promoters that are within the level 1 of the government structure of health.
Yeah.
So I would say in many counties there are those groups, but sustainability is the problem. So for Murang'a, we ensure that we support them to be able to meet by just giving little stipend to the CHP to convene those meetings. And
So what do
mothers-
they discuss in the meetings?
in the meeting is like what you have just told me. That success story. So a new mother who has just been discharged will meet a mother who has had a child maybe 4 months, 6 months, and they'll start talking about their experiences.
Yeah.
In that meeting, they are also being told about what to eat, how to take care of their young ones, all those things. So it's a learning forum. Yeah. It's an experience sharing forum. It's a skills and knowledge forum at the community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's really
very
impressive.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I'd really want to belong to such a.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can come and visit a
A
few
group.
groups.
Yeah.
And also give you a...
Oh yeah, my experience, because I think that support, if you don't have the knowledge like you're saying,
Yes.
then you wouldn't know. Even me, I think I did that after interacting with the knowledge around the importance of breastfeeding.
You must have
Because I've had
knowledge.
2 other children that I did not do the same for, that I was not that intentional with. So when I interacted with this knowledge is when now I'm
Now
like,
you
okay,
started practicing.
like I really need to breastfeed my child. I need to.
You see, knowledge is important.
Yeah.
Knowledge is even that support structure. Knowing there is someone concerned about your situation and what you are doing.
Yeah.
Because a mother alone, I am telling you, mothers are going through a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Actually, postpartum psychosis is on the increase because of lack of support. Because even of urbanization. So a mother goes home and she's just alone in the house, in 4 walls, and there's now a lot of issues. Not many people can visit that home.
Yes.
The family is far. The mother-in-law is far. So if there's no support,
Yeah.
they may break down. Yeah. And so that's why we want to put them together so that they can learn from each other. They can get experiences, skills, and knowledge. And if they have issues, then we can address any complications.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the mother's nutrition with breastfeeding. So nutrition as a nutritionist now, nutrition and breast milk. How does a mother's diet now affect the quality of the milk and how the baby feeds?
We would say that a healthy mother who has no nutritional deficiencies can comfortably breastfeed, even in times of hunger, before the milk supply can actually be affected by her own nutrition intake. That is the first thing. So it means by the time the milk is being affected due to your own nutritional deficiency, it will take a while. The other thing is that a mother actually needs enough nutrition. In health, we recommend at least 5 out of the 10 food groups. Probably the listener may not know that there are 10 food groups. A while ago, we could say protein, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals, and maybe there were only 3. But now there are 10. So a mother should take at least 5 of the 10. And why they are grouped like that is because of the nutrient that we are focused on.
Which are these groups?
So we can say grain products and starch. So anything that comes from grain and grain products.
Yeah.
For example, maize. For example, wheat and their products. Tubers are also there. Any starchy food. Tubers. The gouache, the doma, everything is there. The other group is eggs. There's a group of eggs is in a group alone. The other one is fresh foods, fresh of L, FL, fresh
FL.
foods.
Yeah.
That is all meat, whether poultry, fish, beef. The other group is dairy and dairy products.
Yeah.
The other group is green leafy vegetables. The other group is other fruits and vegetables. The other group is nuts and seeds. How many are those?
These are 7.
Nuts and seeds. The other one is, did I say vitamin A-rich fruits and vegetables?
You said yes, green leafy vegetables.
So one is vitamin A-rich vegetables and fruits. Other fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
The other one is, let me remember.
You said... So there's dairy and dairy products. Where does water come in?
Water is not there. Water is
it's
not
not
there.
in the category.
Yeah, it is just part of the diet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I remember the others,
It's okay.
I'll let you know.
I think it's just one more.
One more,
Or 2. Yeah.
Okay.
Other fruits and vegetables. It's okay. You'll just remember it. Yeah.
Nuts and seeds.
So if you're able to get 5 of these
pulses.
Uh-huh.
Yes, pulses. So pulses is legumes, all that class.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like lentils,
Yes,
whatnot,
lentils.
such.
Yeah.
Okay. So if they're able to feed on 5 of these, tell us about it. Yeah, so the mother's nutrition.
Yeah. So she's supposed now a mother who is pregnant requires an extra like 500 kilocalories. That's just like an extra small meal.
Okay.
So if you have been taking 3 meals in a day, then you will require an extra meal. The other one who is breastfeeding will require an extra 2 small meals in a day. So it means that they require probably a cup of porridge or a healthy snack allowed the day twice. Yes. So probably at 10 and at 4, but they took breakfast, they took lunch, they took dinner. They can have a late night snack at 4 o'clock. Yeah, like that.
Do I need breastfeeding cookies? I don't know, lactation cookies. Do I need all that extra hot chocolate that has lactation?
We say you improve your fluid intake.
Okay.
And fluid can be either tea that is cocoa, the cocoa beverage. It can be soup. It can be porridge. It can be just nice juices that are made. But fluid in totality, actually. Yeah, you improve your fluid intake. Yes,
that will help in in increasing
and
the milk
yes,
supply.
there are those that are manufactured and marketed as boosting breast milk. Some of them may not be as such, because a good healthy meal will actually boost your milk. Yeah,
you don't need the
but
extra
ensuring
boost.
that you take enough fruits. Yes.
Okay.
And not necessarily too much porridge or too much like tea, but varied fruits, including soups. Yeah.
So the body is able to actually produce enough milk for the baby once you eat a balanced diet. Interesting.
Becky, I have a question, and I'm sure Nancy will help you answer this. When you felt stressed, maybe at work or anything else, has it affected the amount of breast milk that you're able to produce?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. I don't know what the medical angle.
Yes, because milk is produced. It's a mental state. It's a hormonal process. So when those hormones are actually affected, then milk production is affected. So if you are stressed, it can actually reduce your prolactin, let down, or oxytocin, and those hormones once affected, then the milk comes low. Yeah, actually the mental state is one of the most important aspects of milk production. Yeah, a happy mother, a stress-free mother. Yeah,
it's a happy baby.
We'll feed the baby well.
Oh, interesting.
So if you're out there and you're saying you don't have enough milk,
check on that.
Check on that.
Check on your what is affecting that flow. Yeah, it may not be related to what you are taking. Probably it is your state of mind, or there's something else bothering you, other aspects of the family. Yeah.
I've had cases where some women say, my milk is not enough for the baby. The baby is hungry, so I need to substitute. I need to get more. Mtoto ajeshiba. Tell us about that. What's the intake of a child, say, between the 0 and 6 months?
We teach mothers, or we tell them how to know a baby's cue to hunger. When do you know that a baby is hungry? So most women will say when the baby cries. By the time a baby is crying, the baby is too hungry, because they showed the cues a while ago.
Yeah.
They'll turn their head, they will lick their fingers, they will yawn, they will look for the breast wherever they are. Even if they are sleeping, they will start looking for the breast. So by the time they put a cry, you actually missed the cues. So, and a baby does not always cry because they are hungry. They can cry because they are uncomfortable, they are wet. And so if a mother waits for a cry, then it means that she's not knowing the cues for hunger. How do you know that a baby is getting enough? Is by the time, for a lay person like a mother, we tell them, how often do you change your diaper? Because a baby will wet like 6 times in a day. So you can know by the time you change the diaper, because they are wet. And you look at the concentration of the urine. So if it's too deep yellow, then the baby is dehydrated. You can check dehydration by even pinching at the skin. So a baby getting enough will look healthy and the skin is healthy. And so we also say that a baby who is getting enough will cry less often. They are very calm. Once they feed, they'll sleep or just stay awake, but they're not hazy. They're not, That means that the baby is getting enough milk. And also weight gain. And that is why we take them to the facility to make sure that we take their weight. And a baby who is gaining weight steadily, like 500 grams in a month, is a baby who is actually getting enough.
Growing.
Yes.
Growing.
Growing.
Good information.
Okay. Now, Nancy, you mentioned the 10 subgroups of food that a breastfeeding mother should consume. Yes. Could you mention if there are certain types of food that mothers should avoid also when breastfeeding? Is there any
food that is food and healthy? No food should a mother avoid as like it will affect anything. So food that is healthy, a mother should eat every food. Yes, no avoidance. The only thing is avoiding overdoing. Like if you take too much of those starchy foods, you're likely to gain too much weight, and then you'll have a lot of issues with obesity and overweight. So there's no contraindication.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in a case where a mother dies, immediately after giving birth, what alternatives are given to this child? What happens to this child? There's some information that I once came across about relactation of like how in the rural areas they would do like with the old grandmothers, like relactating them to be able to feed these children. Is it a thing? Could you talk about that? Like in case of a child that has been born and the mother has passed on.
Yeah. One thing is that it is a sad situation because maternal death actually affects now that child for life.
Yeah.
And we actually, at the health sector, we try our best to prevent a maternal death.
Yeah.
But when it happens, then remember, the Constitution of Kenya 2010 states that every child has a right to good nutrition of good quality.
Yeah.
So we have to meet that right. As a facility, as a nation, as a government. And the best of that child is anything that is close to breast milk as possible. So in the one that is highly recommended is commercial infant formula. So when a mother dies, That's the only option. Of course, earlier we could give breast milk, donated breast milk. Like in Pumwani Hospital, of course, babies will get donated breast milk.
Yeah.
That milk is not enough for the whole country, and so we are not giving any other baby outside Pumwani. Years ago, another mother could breastfeed that baby, probably an auntie or a sister. But because of cases of infection and cultural issues, that is not happening. So currently, the recommendation is commercial infant formula.
Okay.
It's very expensive. It's not affordable. And so you can see that we have to be intentional as a government to ensure that is happening.
Yeah.
Because if we leave the mother alone to go and feed for that milk, it is far-fetched. They may not be able to afford that milk. Yes.
What is constituted in that milk that is close to a mother's milk?
What happens is that it's actually cow's milk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, that has been modified. Cow's milk has two forms of protein, whey and casein. And casein protein is not easily digested by the baby's digestive enzymes. And so casein is removed. And then whey is the one that processes the
milk.
Or it is reduced. The quantity of casein milk, that one that is not easily digested, is reduced. And other vitamins and minerals are also added to make it fit for this baby according to what could have been provided by the breast milk. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. We are nearing the top of the hour. It's literally 5 minutes to the top of the hour. But one thing that is very important that you can mention, and also maybe you can tell us what steps are there, particularly for the upcoming breastfeeding week, and with government input. Can you talk about the shame and the stigma that is around breastfeeding in public? Yeah. Why is breastfeeding in public still uncomfortable for many Kenyan women? And as a society, how can we support this or support eradicating the shame that comes with this?
What I would say is that when you look at marketplaces and common areas, why do we have smoking zones? Why do we have washrooms? So we can also do the same in marketplaces. Why can't we just
the operators actually women, most of the
the markets
traders. Traders are women. Why don't we put spaces for them to comfortably breastfeed their children
and change the babies
their babies instead of going to the toilets or changing in a way that you feel it's not dignity. You understand? So it is us not to blame the woman or the infant, but to do something to make it more comfortable.
What would you recommend at a policy level?
At a policy level, lactation stations in all marketplaces, in all workplaces, including hospitals, airports, hotels, everywhere. That is the first recommendation. The other one is to put a policy, like enforcing. The policy is there. So to start enforcement, we have not started enforcement. To start enforcing that act, yes, it's an act. So we start enforcing with the employers to ensure that is happening. The other one is to educate the community to accept that breastfeeding is a natural process. And so to support that woman in whichever way, so that they don't feel stigmatized when they are breastfeeding in public. We all eat in public. Why do we want to deny the infant to eat in public?
Yet they also eating.
I see people eating in buses and matatus.
Why not the
even
child?
in waiting bay? So why would my infant not be allowed to feed when they feel hungry? Yes.
Okay. Recommended. This is a quick fire. Recommended maximum age for breastfeeding your child. Should breastfeed them up to what age?
To 2 years or beyond.
2 years or beyond.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
At least 2 years.
Yes, at least 2 years.
So another one, a myth or a fact? Small breasts produce less milk. Is that a myth or a fact? It's a myth. You should stop breastfeeding when the baby gets teeth.
No, that's a myth.
That's a myth.
Yes.
All right. A breastfeeding mother needs to eat for 2.
For 2, not for 2, but good enough for her to produce milk.
Yeah. Okay, breastfeeding is natural, so it should never be painful.
Breastfeeding, it's natural. Sometimes it's painful if you are not doing it the right way. Yeah. The way you attach the baby, the way the baby holds that breast.
Yes.
Yeah, when it is naturally doing, it's not painful.
Okay. Babies need water when it's hot here in Kenya.
No, 80% of breast milk is water. So it is enough for the hydration of that baby. No extra water, whether in hot temperatures or not.
You can't get pregnant while breastfeeding. Myth or fact?
While breastfeeding exclusively, the risks of getting pregnant are very low, minimal. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So, any final thoughts on this? And of course, how can the society now? I know you've spoken about supporting that. Okay. Could you insist on that?
Sorry.
Yeah. Could you insist on that now, or how the society should support a breastfeeding woman?
Okay. I would say that breastfeeding is not only a mother's choice, it's a family investment, it's a community asset. We all win when our babies breastfeed. So if you, me, whoever we are, we should support breastfeeding because we are all winning.
Yes.
Yes, it's an investment. It's an economic development agenda.
Yeah.
And so we should actually put our efforts together to ensure that every infant is breastfeeding. Yes.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Breast milk is best.
And World Breastfeeding Week on 1st.
Yes.
We all welcome you to Murang'a County.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we will be celebrating the gains so far.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy Mwangi. And clearly, breast milk is best.
Yes.